The action step is where we bring this all to a close and we ask the audience to do something. Now, you can build a case for persuading somebody to do things, but if you don't ask them to action, they'll set your persuasion is just over with. They'll, well, yeah, I'll think about it, or okay, give me some time to process this. No, you ask them for action today. Ask them for action now. And again, this is assuming our audience has a latitude of acceptance. With different audiences, you do different things. So in the action step, how we're going to use it. So then we'll come down to it. And here's where we actually restate our proposition of policy. So after we go through this visualization, get the audience all excited about how they can smell, feel, touch, sense the pleasure of what you want us to do, or they think it's a good idea, then you get them into the action step. So you say, you should buy a house. Okay, so now it's not good enough to just say you should buy a house. We have to do a couple of things. We have to tell them how they can buy a house or where they can buy a house. All right, so we got to give them a direction. If we just say it, well, they should know, or everybody knows where Fred Meyer is or something like that. No, that's not good enough. You have to tell them exactly which Fred Meyer to go to. Then after that, they will say, oh yeah, but I have one closer to me. I'll go to another one. However, if you just say go to anyone, they'll say, well, I think I'll do that sometime. No, tell them exactly where you want the audience to go, or tell them exactly how they can get what your solution is. So if I say you should buy a house, and now I got to tell them where and how to buy a house. So go see George Marinovich at Valley View Motorhomes or Mobile Homes. I don't know why I picked a mobile home, but Valley View Realty. Okay, so you put that in, or tell them exactly where to go. All right, or call George Marinovich at Valley View Realty, and the number is 555-1212. All right, so you have that down, but now we've got to bring it on home. Okay, so we got to use it at the end. Dale Carnegie calls this the magic formula. All right, and then he was an expert at public speaking and persuasion, and then he used the magic formulas how he would end a persuasive speech, and that's what we're going to do too. So we add the magic formula in there, and the magic formula is simply this. You say, I urge you to, and then whatever action you want us to do, and then because if you do, you will, then whatever benefit we get. You got to remind the audience of a benefit. We won't do things unless we know there's a problem, we know there's a benefit for us to solve the problem if we do it. All right, so I urge you to buy a house, because if you do, you can graduate from college with an extra $5,000 in your pocket rather than being in debt. Okay? Does it make sense? So I urge you to buy a house today, because if you do, you can get a house paid for. I'd have to go through the whole things on there, but that's the idea. So you give a benefit. I urge you to to smoke your meat on the grill, because if you do, you'll have the best tasting meats of your life. All right? Or I urge you to get the Oster Jelly Bean Toaster, because if you do, you'll have perfect toast every day. All right, so that's what we want to do. We want to use that language in there. I have it in the outline for you, the model outline of my template. I have that magic formula. You just fill in the blanks. All right, that's all there is to it. So be sure to tell the audience exactly what you want us to do. So you repeat your proposition of policy. You tell the audience where and how to get the solution or the policy there. And then you end with the magic formula, and that's the last words out of your mouth. No thank you, no anything else. Just I urge you to use the magic formula, because if you do, you'll get a better grade.